Department of Labor. It depends. The company has so long to respond to the unemployment claim. I'm from Alabama. Okay, so if they didn't respond, then he probably is drawing an unemployment check. Because we know he hasn't been raffling off any more of his things, right? Isn't that true? We definitely know he hasn't been raffling off anything else. So that's that's definitely a great possibility that he is getting that. So let's go on to another video that I wanted to play that we'll be recapping and speaking about today. Now, have you guys ever seen well, let me play the video. So this next video is where radio is calling another woman, a real woman, pound cake. I want you to listen to radio and what he says, because these are stuff we're going to talk about tonight.
Go live this.
We gonna go live
in a minute.
I'm almost done. Give me a second.
Yeah, you need.
Huh?
I mean, you need me to. You need me that bad for you to be sitting here.
No, but who do all that hooping and hollering in the back?
What do you think?
Hey, you guys.
Who's that?
South T Page.
Okay. Can you come up, please? Yeah, get out of here. Yeah, thank you, Jay. I'm glad you in here moderating because I ain't got time. Because you already know. Do y'all like to look?
Yeah, you look like a pound cake in the face.
Here you go. Don't start your shit today. You little time. Looks good. You ain't got to say too much because.
Well, pound cake tastes good too, so be glad.
What?
Yeah, you look like a pound cake in the face.
Here you go. Don't start your shit today. You little time. Looks good. You ain't got to say too much because.
Well, pound cake tastes good too, so be glad.
Got time because you already know. Do y'all like to look?
Yeah, you look like a pound cake in the face.
Here you go. Don't start your shit today. You little time. Looks good. You ain't got to say too much because.
Well, pound cake tastes good too, so be glad.
Has anybody ever heard him called Jonetta pound cake in the face? Has anybody ever heard radio call his husband pound cake? Not once? No. No. Tap the screen, everybody. And it's so interesting to me that you got this man married calling another person, another woman, pound cake face. And she didn't even solicit him. Did it even sound like she wasn't even being flirtatious or nothing? She just asked everybody, do they like what her look looked like? And Charles just basically volunteered and said, you look like a pound cake face. I mean, I would be pretty humiliated if anybody played a video of my husband calling another woman on social media live pound cake face. Am I wrong? Can some of my supporters talk to me? Am I wrong? Can we have an engaged live for our late night edition? Am I wrong that that's disrespectful on every level for a married man to call another woman pound cake face? on live. Am I wrong? I'm looking for the comments. They're coming slow. That's disrespectful. Yeah, I mean, it seems really disrespectful to me. No, you're not wrong. It's embarrassing. Yeah, I'd be ashamed too. Definitely Joe brags about radio. Yeah, and it's so funny to me, guys, that Joe Netta brags about radio and radio's not bragging about him. You don't ever hear radio talking about my wife is in the other room, my lovely wife is in the kitchen cooking. Thank you, my lovely wife. You don't never see Charles when Joe Netta does his little shimmy shake and pulls the chair out for his king, ever turn and give his husband a kiss for making that dinner. You don't ever see no type of affection. It's just not even real. It's just like a cartoon. It's like a cartoon. Looney Tunes, the Looney Tunes edition, the Looney Tunes network. True, radio is only there for the money. Yeah, and we know that. Tap the screen, guys. We know that. Everybody knows. Everybody knows that radio is there for the money, but Big Joe. Everybody knows that radio doesn't love him, not even attracted to him. And there's other interviews that they've done, and people have asked them, asked radio, what does he find attractive about Charles? And of course, Joe Netta's lying, saying, "Oh, well, it took us a month before this or that." And then that 21 verses, whatever that show is called. Did you guys hear when Joe Netta and radio told that person that Joe Netta is the giver? Did y'all hear that? Say clock it. If you heard on that 21 verses whatever, that when that lady asked if Charles was going down on Joe Netta, that Charles said that no, Joe Netta is the giver. And then y'all don't understand when I was telling y'all about that. I mean, that's what was said, that Charles came out of his own mouth and said that Joe Netta is the giver. I think people would have been okay with them being two men in a relationship. Yeah, Kiki, and that's the whole thing. I don't even think it's even about that. I think it's just the delusion of him telling people that they're so in love and they're in this and in that, when in fact the only one that's in love is Charles. It's a one-way relationship. I mean, Joe Netta. It's a one-sided relationship. Charles is there for the bag. There ain't nothing that they do that indicates love language. You don't ever see them doing anything that is even remotely giving off relationship. It just seems so staged. And it seems so rehearsed. And have you guys seen Joe Netta when they do those skits, how Joe Netta is moving his lips, doing Charles lines at the same time? Can y'all say clock it if you've seen that? Like, who do he think we fooling? Like, we're not dumb. Like, we can see you're mouthing his lines. You're saying his lines. And it's like, it's crazy to me. It's like you're saying his lines, and it's no reason for you to be saying this man's lines. I mean, is there any way possible that radio can't remember them little few lines? You got to start mouthing his lines. It just doesn't come off genuine. It does not come off authentic whatsoever. And it's just really crazy to me. It's just nothing genuine about it. Even down to the diabolical cooking. Did you guys see what that man cooked today? Those sweet potatoes look like paper. It looked like artificial, like fake food. Those potatoes were boiled to death. They lost their color. Sweet potatoes never look like that when they're cooked correctly. And somebody says, I can't get over the boiled egg with the sausage. And let's just clock that. You boil a hard boiled egg and you wrap raw sausage around it, and he's rocking when he's trying to roll a sausage, and the sausage is undercooked. It's undercooked. And they're sitting up there talking about they creating all this great food for people. I would love to speak to somebody who has watched everything that Joe Netta has cooked on that kids network that he got over there, and that they tried to do that at home. And if they lost their husband, or if their husband walked out their house for them trying to imitate that mess that he called himself in there trying to cook, because it makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. And then this man got enough nerve to call somebody a felon, and he running around here and then committed identity theft, forgery, insurance fraud, Charles doing employment fraud. It's just, they're both scammers. They're scammers that got caught. Charles got fired. And then they want to minimize it, and there's absolutely zero accountability. They take no accountability when they're wrong. None. They just want people to forget about it. That's the whole thing. They want people to forget about it. Did you also see how he had the toxic Febreze spray next to the food? Yeah, this man, the things that this man does in the kitchen, and he called himself wanting to have a commercial kitchen. I don't know who would go in there and eat anything that he would make. Or Charles. I don't even know how you come up with that. Does anybody in here cook? Does anybody in my live cook? And could you tell me, have you ever thought about a hard-boiled egg with raw Tennessee sausage wrapped around it and you fry it? I've never in my life would have thought about that. Now, I've made sausage patties with Tennessee Pride sausage with a hard-boiled egg because I'm on a diet, but not wrapped around an egg and fried. It's unreal. Dogs not even want to eat your food. Yeah, it's a shame. Tap the screen, you guys. Tap the screen. Let's get to 20K. Tap the screen. Joe and Charles' BMI is too high for all that. Yeah, do you guys notice how much butter that dude cooks with? Have y'all noticed how much butter that dude cooks with? When he sprayed that pan with Pam, he sprayed that pan all the way around to lay down crescent rolls, like he was going to put the crescent rolls all on the outside of the pan. You didn't even have to spray anything. That's a non-stick pan. Why would you spray that much Pam in the pan where you could just see it? It seemed like a clog of smoke. He was spraying so much Pam. I've seen when he made those pancakes. Yeah, it's crazy. It's really crazy. A lot of butter and sugar, and can't forget the cheese. Yeah, we know that. We know that they definitely keep cheese and butter and sugar. I mean, like, it's unreal. It's unreal. So let me ask you guys, and cheese sticks, absolutely cheese sticks. That he loved cheese sticks. And he uses them for not the intended purpose. Like, why are you using cheese sticks and that's not even what they're for? They're not for you cutting them up and putting them in chicken fettuccine and all this other diabolical stuff that you put it in. It just makes no sense to me. So let me ask you guys a question, my supporters and things. Do you think that Joe Nicholson Robinson admitted or implemented himself? Implemented. Do you think that Joe Netta confessed and indicted himself into a felony when he said we were paying for doctor's notes well before Carlos said, why are you paying that lady for those doctor's notes when I can get you one for free? If the answer is y'all put yes or clock it, because I believe because if they're truly married, he definitely put himself in the mix. Clock it. Yes. Tap the screen, guys. Yes. Okay. Yeah, he definitely did. Yes, that's against the rules of the labor law in any state. Yeah, and I obviously understand that, and I obviously know that. And then not only that, that's in 2024. So these are felonies. Can my chat agree that what these two admitted to are felonies? Can y'all say yes or clock it? And then my other question to you is, how does that not fall under scamming and a scammer? How can you not categorize them as scammers in 2024? Clock it? Yes. Yes. So, Miss Billard, you said no. So why don't you explain why you said no? Because you don't follow me. So you're a Joe supporter just in here being nosy. So why don't you explain why you're the only one in here that said no? I'm real curious to know why you would say no. I would love for you to respond in the box why you said no. Also, a felony for buying food stamps. Yeah, he's admitted to buying people's food stamps. He's on live. I've got the video. And as a matter of fact, all of my supporters, if y'all come across any videos of Joe Netta admitting anything to do with Charles's firing, send it to me. Send it to my Instagram or send it to me on here. You saw it all? Yeah. And so it's and we, of course, she's not saying anything who said no. Let me just get her out of here. So yeah, so that's the funny thing, you guys. Tap the screen. Let's get the 20K. Okay, who don't buy food stamps? Because if somebody called me asking to buy some, I'm buying them. Well, I mean, Mr. Watkins, that is your prerogative if that's what you choose to do. But one thing that I'm not going to do, even if I did it, was get on social media and type in the comments that I would do it, or get on social media and tell the whole world that I would do it, because that's kind of like acting like you're just like untouchable, like the laws don't apply to you. So that's the last thing I would be doing is typing in the chat that I would do it, or I would buy them, or I'd get on live and tell people that's what I would do. That would not necessarily be the smartest thing that I would do. I'm not going to say anything like that on TikTok. Yeah, you absolutely not. You're not going to say anything like that. I mean, let's be serious. I mean, unless you just want to be indicted, or you thumbing your finger at a prosecutor or a law enforcement agency to make an example out of you, because they will make an example out of you. And we know that for a fact, that they will make an example out of you. Someone says, when you sign up for food stamps, that's one of the rules. You can't sell them or even buy them. Everybody knows that's the law. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. And Joe Netta thinks that he's above the law. He thinks that he's untouchable. And tomorrow, I believe tomorrow, he comes off a TikTok restriction. I think he comes off of TikTok restriction tomorrow. So he'll be back on here, foaming at the mouth, and probably will have so much to say about me, which I could care less because I'm so unbothered. Another thing, guys, that I wanted to bring up was, isn't it interesting that he keeps on the narrative now? Y'all got to listen to what the narrative is. Y'all pray for Hillary Sanchez. She in the crazy house. She can't go live in there. She can't be on live, and she can't be in that program on live. She can't show her face. That's why y'all notice she ain't showing her face and things like that. No, I'm not showing my face because I understand that there's Joe supporters at times that are in here that have YouTube channels that screen record Ms. Hillary Sanchez's page and have all this stuff to say. Oh, the 4,000 episode of Hillary and Joe Netta. I don't care. You the ones who are obsessed, because let me ask my supporters, if you get blocked, right? If you get blocked from 3 or 4 pages and you keep coming back to my page, is that not giving obsession? Is that not giving obsession if you setting up in a room and you don't like somebody and you just setting up there listening and you can't stand them? You ain't tapping the screen. You ain't engaging. You just in there just looking for them to say one thing so you can hit that report button. Can we say clock it? The hard thing was isn't that defamation of character? Yeah, I covered all of that. Absolutely. And and that's gonna be all handled appropriately. That's going to be handled appropriately. Somebody is going to have to get a job. I'm sorry to say, either Joe or radio. Clock it. Clock it, Miss Lovely. Yeah, I mean, I definitely would not be banking my livelihood on strictly social media with 2 people, especially when they ain't doing it like they supposed to be doing it, because they're not doing it right. They're not doing what they're supposed to do, and he's turning his audiences against him. And his so-called true supporters ain't doing nothing for him, just like they said. How does that equate into money? All them followers you got and all them views you got, how does that equate into money? Because if it equated into money, you wouldn't be in that trailer. You would not be going to the Dollar Tree buying all them expired cheeses, plugging your system up with it. It just wouldn't happen. There's different things that you would be doing. And that's just the facts. If you got so much money, Big Joe said he got so much money, he would give me money to help me. But if you got so much money, why don't you have a bowl set? Why don't you have like a simple Glad bowl set to where when you put your leftovers in, you don't have to put the whole pot in the refrigerator. Clock that, Big Joe. If you got so much money, why don't you have more than one dish towel? Clock that. If you had so much money, why is it that your house looks the way it looks? Okay? Let's just clock that. Okay? Am I making sense, chat? Am I making sense? Yeah, I mean it's nuts. They got so much money. Charles still has not gotten his license reinstated. What's the hold up? If you got all this money, why isn't Charles's license reinstated? Why is he still driving dirty down there in Alabama? Why is that? Why is that? Do me and my supporters need to make calls down to the sheriff's department and let them know that he driving around town with no license and to be on the lookout? He probably has to retake the test. Yeah, you know what? You're pretty smart, Sarah. I have a video of them talking about that. And in that video, Sarah, he admits that he has to take the written test and the driver's test over. So he does. And we already know he ain't passing that the first time or the second time or the third time. So we know he ain't passing that written test on easily. That's probably his hold up, is that written test. Tap the screen, guys. So but again, these are things that icons, icons can do. I mean, what's the hold up? What's the hold up, Big Joe and radio? What's the hold up, guys? So Charles has these communications with these women off this app. Charles claims that Joe Netta slid in his DMs. Well, it seems like to me the word on the street is there's more than Joe Netta who's sliding in Charles's DMs. And if you guys listen to Joe Netta, he always seems to tell everybody, I got access to all the social medias and I see all these messages when these women, what they say to Charles, they want this, they want that. Don't nobody want him. Don't no woman in their right mind want radio after he done been with you. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. Nobody, absolutely nobody, no woman wants him. And they don't. You know that they don't. And I'm still trying to say it again for the folks in the back. Yeah, nobody wants radio. Not at all. Not even kind of, sort of. Number one, he ain't even got no job. Don't know, as you like to say, the modern day women, like Joe is a modern day woman, and you talking about modern day women, and Joe does this and Joe brings this to the table. No, Joe is your sugar daddy. He was your sugar daddy. That's what he done. See, no woman ain't gonna take care of your grown pissy behind. So I don't know why you sitting up there talking about a modern woman this and a modern woman that. You got to take yourself to work and get some medical benefits and contribute to the household. And see, that's the delusion. It's sickening to me. Yeah, that's the delusion when it comes to them, y'all. That's, I swear to you, that's the delusion when it comes to them. Now let me ask my supporters, do y'all want to go on a field trip with me tomorrow? Because you know they say Miss Hillary Sanchez can't go live. She can't show her face. She can't do this. She can't do that. Would y'all like to go on a little field trip with Miss Hillary Sanchez down to the courthouse? Would y'all like to go on a little field trip with Miss Hillary Sanchez down to the courthouse? Yes? Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. We want the documentary of your trip to Joetown as well. Just be patient. I was on live. This is what's so funny to me. There are my true supporters. I was live there, and you've got people lying saying I never was there and this and that. I was live there. Stop the cap. We gonna put it together once I get with the right people that can teach me how to really put together stuff and edit stuff and put it out. It's happening. Y'all be patient. Y'all be patient. Y'all be very patient, okay? Be extremely patient. And so it's real funny to me that you get into these situations with these fake phony people who got 0 followers or 2 followers, acting like they like me and they cool with me and they can't stand me. Point exactly. This person got following 1 person, no picture, 0 followers, in here trying to interact with me, and you know damn well you don't like me. Get on out of here and come back on another fake page, okay? I let you stay in here yesterday. I watched you, and now I've watched you today. You running your mouth more. Now it's time for you to kick rocks. Tap the screen, everybody. Tap the screen. Let's see who's in the box. Somebody wants to talk to me tonight? No, don't want to talk in the box? Okay. No problem. No problem. Y'all tap the screen. Y'all tap the screen a second here. Let me do a little room check. Let me do a little room check. Let's check for the ops. Let me get in here and look for the ops in here. Okay, you're definitely a Joe supporter. You're a Joe supporter. Let's remove you. You're a Joe supporter. See you later. You're a Joe supporter. And it's so funny. I see you in the ops lives all the time. You're a Joe supporter. I'll see you later. And let's see here. You're a Joe supporter. We'll see you later. Come back on another page. You're a Joe supporter. I'll see you later. You're a Joe supporter. I'll see you later. You're a Joe supporter. I'll see you later. So that's how you do it, y'all. Get on here and you scan your room. You can see who follow, who ain't. You can tell who be in there hating on you. You get them out of there. Let them come back on another fake page. Tap the screen, everybody. So tomorrow we're going to have a field trip with Miss Hillary Sanchez. Y'all better be ready. You better be tuned in. And we're going to go live in the daytime. We're going to go live in the daytime because they say I can't go live in the daytime. This is the word on the street, is that I only get $30 a week of stipend, and I get this, and I can't go live, and I can't do this, and I can't do that. So y'all make sure that y'all will be ready for tomorrow's live, so that I can just prove these people are liars. So we're going to go on a couple field trips. So the first field trip that we're going on will be down a couple other places. Then we'll go down to the courthouse. And then from the courthouse, we're going to go down to this place that they're on this app lying about, saying that I'm a patient there and I'm in this institution. So we're going to go live from this place that everybody is saying, these, not everybody, just a few people are on here saying that Miss Hillary Sanchez is in this place and in that and in this. So we're going to go live and we're going to debunk. We're going to debunk all these rumors, and then I'm not going to address it anymore. I'm just going to let the court people do what they need to do. So we're going to go live. We're going to go on a few field trips tomorrow. So I hope that my true supporters are ready. If y'all ready, thank you for the gifts. If y'all ready for some field trips tomorrow, say clock it. If y'all ready for me to make these haters eat their words, say clock it. And here we go. Right in here on a fake another page. See ya, baby. So yeah, so I see my clock it. Let's see, clock it, clock it, clock it. Okay, Miss Lovely, perfect. So Miss Lovely, make sure you do a screen record for me. Miss Lovely, make sure you screen record for Miss Hillary Sanchez so that she can clock it. And we're going to debunk these people, their lies, once and for all tomorrow. The Miss Hillary Sanchez show is going on the road, and we're going to go on some field trips, and I'm so looking forward to that. And I hope that y'all ready to go. Okay. So now, thank you for the gifts. I want my supporters to help me in one battle. I want my supporters to help me in one battle, and then we're gonna have a little fun time before I go to bed. I'm going to record it just for backup, Miss Hillary. Okay, thank you. Thank you, May 73. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Anybody's free to record it, but I want my supporters I want to give my supporters some ammunition, and this is how you give the ammunition. They say she can't go live. Okay, we're going to show. She can't show her face. We're going to do that. We're going to go on these field trips. We're going down to these places that they were doxing and saying that this is where I am and this is where I live and this is the program. Everything is going to be live. You will see it in real time. No backdrop, no black screen, nothing. You are going to see it all live. Okay? Clock it. Tell me to clock it, my supporters. Say clock it.
Once again, Bruce says you can help. You can bet deserve to invest your money in the stock market if you come.
be feeding our cats? Okay, those are surely the same projects. Those are the same projects. What do you mean by that? Those are the same projects. I don't understand. Can you explain that? I don't know what that man was doing it seemed real weird what he was doing in the background. I don't know if he was tapping the screen or if he was trying to screen record, and I don't know. That was quite funny to me. Yeah, I don't know what was going on, Miss Lovely. I don't know. But what I do know is this. What I do know is this, that all these so-called people that's got all this stale tea, these lies, these fabricated lies and fabricated tea and all this stuff that they claim that they know so much, and this is this, and they know more about my life than I do. We are going to put them to the test tomorrow. We are going to put them to bed, and then we can move on, and we'll be back on to G.I. Joe, the Eye of the Jetta. We will be on the Eye of the Jetta. I'm going to put this to the test. And that's just the bottom line. That's the bottom line. Hello, Miss Duchess. And that will be the takeaway, the Eye of the Jetta. Yes, that is exactly what I said. The Eye of the Jetta. We will be on the Eye of the Jetta. We will be back live with our viral audience tomorrow evening. So we're going to go live during the daytime. So you got to imagine we're going to be on live during the daytime, during business hours. Then we'll come back and be on the Hillary Sanchez show in the evening time, and then our late night show. So we got a full pack day tomorrow. We got a full pack day tomorrow, guys. So let's see. So I want to say thank you so much to all my tappers. Thank you to my true supporters. And y'all know who you are. You know, I know who my supporters are, and you guys know who my supporters are. And I appreciate every last one of you. I am so looking forward to tomorrow. Are you guys excited to see Miss Hillary Sanchez's face tomorrow? Are y'all gonna be excited to? I know it's been a while that I let y'all see my face, but are you excited to see Miss Hillary cammed up and have her hair done, my little bob, my little Dora wig done, as they call it? I like my short hair. Cam up, Hillary. I will cam all the way up, but I bet you won't catch them camming up. I bet you won't catch none of them camming up. Now we do know, let me show y'all something. We did, I stand corrected. Miss Lovely, I stand corrected. I did have one of them cam up. I did have one that had the nerve to cam all the way up. And I'm gonna do a recap so y'all can see him. He cammed up. There you go, y'all. Y'all see him? Y'all see Danny? He cammed all the way up. He cammed up a few days ago. He cammed up. Danny Love. He cammed up on Cam Forth. He cammed up for us. Big Joe supporter. That's a very big Joe supporter. He cammed up. He cammed all the way up for us. He made a believer out of you. He made a believer out of you. Yeah, he cammed up. He really cammed up. I mean, I gotta give it to him. It scared you, Duchess? I'm sorry, Duchess. I'm just not becoming friendly with Miss Duchess. I didn't mean to scare you, sweetie. I'm sorry. I'll make sure to give you a warning next time. I'll make sure to give you a warning next time, Miss Duchess. Yeah. I mean, just a complete nutcase. But yeah, y'all, I'm so excited I am so excited. Duchess says, thank you. I am so excited about our field trip tomorrow. I hope that y'all ready. Miss Lovely, you know to hit that screen record, sweetie, because believe me, you know it's going to be jumping. When the Miss Hillary Sanchez put her face in this camera, TikTok gets nuts. They getting ready to get nuts up in here tomorrow. They getting ready to get nuts up in here. Oh, I do too, baby. I got you too. Thank you, Miss Duchess. I appreciate you, my sister. Yes, that face is viral. Yeah, they hate that. They hate that. Trust and believe. They hate that. And I'm going to be on my A game tomorrow. Miss Sanchez is going to be on her A game on Monday. Y'all be ready to go. Let me tell y'all something for my true supporters. Let me say this to y'all. I thank you very much. You understand we are fighting against this man, Joe Netta, who attacks African American women. He attacks African Americans' platforms, and that's what he does. And I'm so thankful to have a support group who understands this and knows that we will not bow down to this man. This man pumps no fear in our blood. Can I get BWU 3030? Hashtag BWU 3030. Black Women Unite 3030. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. B, not D, but BWU. Black Women Unite 3030. B Unite 3030. BWU 3030. Yes, Black Women Unite 3030. I appreciate y'all. Please take the time to tell your loved ones that you love them, because you are not promised tomorrow. You don't never know when it's your time to go. So make sure that you take the time to tell your kids you love them, appreciate them, and most of all, learn to love yourself, to tell yourself every day, I am beautiful, no matter what they say. That lady that sung that song, no words can bring me down. That is the confidence that you need. Walk with your head held high, Black women. Hold your head up high.
That's about the bottom line. When asked about this by American Greed, Cruz did not deny the story. After Weatherford, Bruce discovered the text.
I appreciate y'all. I thank my supporters. I thank you. I thank you. Make sure that you guys hit your reminders for tomorrow afternoon. Miss Lovely, check your inbox. I'm getting ready to message you. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Have a wonderful night. God bless you.